the cloud button. And we're going to begin either lying down or seated in a chair, whichever your preference is, coming to kind of a relaxed place to start. And a big reason for that is because it's so warm outside. And so we're going to actually kind of take things kind of easy as we go as well. But I have my blocks, just have those off to the side. I have 2 blankets today. If you have 1 or 2 blankets, that might be nice. Towards the end of our practice, if you're lying down, you're going to come into sort of a chest opener. So having that available, having something to lie back on, and we'll get there when we get there. And so if you're seated in a chair, seeing if you can kind of relax and just let your hands sort of rest on your lap wherever they want to go. And lying down, have your feet on the ground and your knees bent, falling in towards each other. So supported relaxation posture. You can kind of adjust your hips, and wherever you are, wiggling around a little bit and letting your hands rest on your body. Maybe you take a nice deep breath and sigh it out. Let your eyes soften or close. And as you are resting, kind of letting your exhalation encourage a release in tension from the crown of your head, from your shoulders and your upper back. Each inhale draws in everything that is helpful and useful to you, and each exhale is a letting go, just a little letting go, release. And releasing tension from your eyes and between your eyebrows, and from your jaw. And as you bring your awareness to that letting go, you bring your intention in. And this is how we can work with our body, how we can work with our experience through our awareness of our breath. Feeling your breath sort of like the waves in the ocean. And even as we begin to moving slowly and always coming back to your breath. Bring your knees into your chest and rock a little from side to side. And in the chair, you're able to maybe draw one knee in and then the other. Kind of drawing them in and giving them a little squeeze, giving them a little rotation in your hip. In a gentle way. You're gonna extend your arms and legs out in front of you and move your wrists, move your ankles. So maybe your fingers and toes are reaching towards the ceiling, and you can wiggle them around. Take a deep breath and sigh it out. The summer season, the season of the fire element, our heart, and of our connection with joy and purpose. And we express ourselves a lot with our hands. So you're allowing your hands to kind of conduct this cosmic orchestra. Maybe your feet are doing it also. And expressing your heart, expressing joy gently without any sensation of being rushed. Let your arms and legs kind of move like sea creatures a little. Have like a nice gentle flowing of your arms, of your legs, just being a little sea creature. Moving with the tide. Moving with the tide. And fun to smile. And on the ground, go ahead and let your feet come down. Let your arms reach up back behind you. In the chair, you can kind of stretch your arms out overhead and move a little as well. And with your feet on the ground, let both knees fall over to the right. And bring your left hand to your right hand to your left ribs and rub your left ribs, letting your left arm just release above you. And in the chair, you can let your left hand relax and just have your feet on the ground. Let your right hand rub your ribs. While you're breathing, getting a little stretch through your side body, being very gentle there. Feeling your breath through your intercostal muscles. And then you're gonna let your knees come back to center and they fall over to the left. Let your right arm extend back behind you again and your left hand comes to your right ribs, massaging them and just finding that stretch. And in the chair, sometimes having the arm overhead can be a little bit too much. So letting your hand come down and to your leg and rubbing your side ribs, breathing into your side ribs and stretching your intercostal muscles, that warmth of your hands. A little smile, smiling into your experience. And take a deep breath and I'll let it go. I'll bring your feet to the ground, knees pointing towards the ceiling. Your arms can come back down and you have some options here, either to roll to your side and be there for a moment, or if it feels good to rock and roll up the back of your spine, go ahead and do that. Maybe bringing your chin to your chest as you rock up and down your spine, holding onto the backs of your legs, keeping your chin tucked. An interesting experience. It's not for everyone. Lying on your side, and if you're lying on your side, you just rest there with your hands on your shoulders. And if you're rocking up and down your spine, go ahead and roll to your side now. So we're not necessarily coming to a seat through rocking up and down, just a way to relax maybe the muscles on your back body. And wrap your arms across your chest and bring your fingers to your shoulders, little butterfly taps lying on your side, just breathing. And then slowly coming up to a seat. taking your time. And in your seat, you might have a folded blanket under your hips. You might be seated in a chair. Remembering that it's really about finding an upright posture that encourages less effort. Kind of rock a little bit, maybe you wiggle a little. And I like to think of the pelvis and the sacrum as this pot, this pot sitting on a solid surface. And your spine is like this beautiful plant coming out of that pelvic pot. So as it lifts the crown of your head, lifting upwards, let your shoulders come up to your ears and roll back. Almost like there's a golden thread coming out from the crown of your head. And when that happens, your chin comes a little towards your chest and the back of your neck lengthens. So your ears want to stack over your shoulders. See if you can relax through your chest. We're going to find some circles, some waist circles coming forward and around. And you can let your head and neck sort of do whatever they would like to do as you move as well. Having legs crossed is a different sensation than having your feet on the ground when you're seated in a chair. But you can still press through your sits bones, pressing through the tops of your femurs and your tailbone, and kind of envisioning that pot nice and secure on a solid surface. I want to give another option for circles also in case you are uncomfortable with your legs crossed, and that would be to extend your legs out wide and bring your fingers in front of you and find some circles that way. I'm now going the opposite direction if that feels good. You can always change things up. Nice slow circles. In the season of the fire element in summertime, sometimes we get a sensation of feeling rushed. There's timing associated with our hearts, like being at the right place at the right time, kind of timing. If you feel a little rushed or a little hasty, just taking some deep breaths, relaxing and kind of resetting that inner clock in your hearts. Through conscious breathing, So you've gone one direction with your circles, you've gone the other direction with your circles. And now coming up to a tall spine. Bring your hands together and rub them. Our hands really help us to express our hearts. I'm going to take your thumb to the inside of your palm, it's a pericardium acupressure points, the Lao Gong, stimulating the sac that surrounds your heart, this sac made of fascia, of connective tissue, encouraging it to relax, releasing anxiety, releasing the desire to close your heart off. Taking your thumb and coming down to your wrist, massaging your wrist up and down this triple burner acupressure point. And the triple burner is a fire element organ that doesn't have a physical structure. It's our endocrine system. And it's also the kind of energy centers of the body as described by traditional Chinese medicine. The lower dantian, which we talk about a lot, is kind of a place of the center of gravity. It's a place of holding and processing. The middle dantian is your digestion. You think of it that way. And the upper dantian is sort of like everything that we bring in, thoughts, feelings, our heart as well as part of that. So bringing things in, digesting them, processing them, storing them, distributing them, releasing byproducts. It's that kind of a system as well as our endocrine system. And go to the other hand, massage your Lao Gong, this acupressure point associated with that fascial sac around your heart. Keeping your body's systems just flowing smoothly. Thumb to your wrist, kind of rubbing up and down your wrist. I've also seen this is an acupressure kind of activity for people who get a bit car sick as well, or nausea. It's good for nausea. Think of that as that middle burner in your digestion and kind of feeling a little woozy. So now your little heating and cooling system's doing good. Your triple burner, you've got the openness and the sac surrounding your heart. Now you're going to take your pinky edges of your fingers and hit them together. Relax your shoulders as you do and bring your hands closer to your heart. This is also the fire element. The pinky fingers, the heart and the small intestine. So the fire element's a bit more complex than the other 4 elements. This is so intricate with our heart and the heart, the emperor, our connection with joy and purpose. The small intestine is like the royal food taster, and you can think of our small intestine as being where most of our nutrients of the foods that we eat are digested or absorbed rather. Breathing and relaxing the shoulders, relaxing your neck and upper back. This is an effective acupressure point for releasing tension in your upper back and shoulders. And kind of notice how you're doing sitting up. That comfortable seat in yoga is an interesting place to get to. It takes time to sort of establish it and to find greater softness in your structure as well. I have these beautifully charged hands. Shake them out. Bring your legs out in front of you and move them, wiggle them. And bounce your knees if that feels good. I kind of like the bouncing the knees, wiggling your hands. You're gonna pat down and up your legs. Folding forward and coming back up. Spreading your toes. I was reading, I have several different books on yoga and Qigong, as you can imagine. I love to read. And I heard that sitting in chairs the way that we do is sort of like shoes, how shoes are on our feet. It just kind of gets us into these habits and patterns that make us feel even more removed and disconnected from the natural world. Now, bending your knees, if you're on the floor, bringing your feet to the ground It's going to be your decision of how to do this. You're going to come into a forward fold. You might come through some frogs if frogs work for your body. Even using a chair, I'm going to show some frogs in a few different ways. One is without anything under your hands, maybe letting your toes point out, your heels are in. You can lift up your chest and then stretch your upper back or low back, kind of playing around with this movement. You might have blocks in front of you, and then your frogs don't have to be as deep, which is absolutely fine. A little bit of bending in your knees can make a great deal of benefit. And then there's also having hands on a chair. So if you're using the chair, you can play with frogs as well, stretching the backs of your legs as your head comes down towards the ground, towards the seats, bending into your knees, looking up. So you can play around with frogs and let them be kind of gentle little frogs in a pond. This is a good way to stretch your legs, to strengthen your knees, your hips, find a different pattern of sitting. In a lot of cultures, they squat to sit. That's something we just don't do in our culture. And so you're playing with that. It's also a great way to encourage the flow of lymph through your body. And eventually come into a forward fold. And this could be a fold that's supported by a chair. Maybe it's a forward fold, kind of dangling, a ragdoll style fold, swaying a little from side to side. Oh. I like that ragdoll style fold. You could move your wrists a little, let your head and neck soften as you sway. A bend in your knee is going to encourage your spine to release a little bit more. Breathing. And slowly roll up towards standing. Take your time until you get to the very top. Let your shoulders come up to your ears and roll down. Do it a few times. Your head floats up. So shoulder rolls, maybe even embody your sea creature again. Finding a flow as you let your shoulders. We did so much with our hands. They might feel extra charged, and we're going to bring our movements a little bit more into your upper back with some big bears. Step your feet so they're a comfortable distance. Maybe your toes point out. Open up your chest and then round forward. Elbows into your belly. Big bear, stretching your front body. Stretching back body. And breathing and smiling as you do. This is a great movement for your triple burner as well. Kind of digestion in general and becoming a bit more open through that upper dantian from the crown of the head to the top of your heart. Your back body is something that you probably don't think about very often unless you have a sore back. Of course, our tight hip flexors from sitting can lend to that ache in the low back. So here you're stretching your hip flexors. Last week we talked about the psoas and the diaphragm and that connection as well. Deep breathing and one more time, opening up and be a big star. And we're gonna evolve this and maybe into eagle arms. Start by crossing your arms and give yourself that hug. And then if it feels okay, you can extend your arms still in that cross and start to bend your elbows. Bring maybe the fingers from your underneath hand arm to the palm of your upper. So this is a big stretch through your upper back. If it's too much, hands continue. And you can even play with a little bit of a leg balance here, walking your feet slightly closer together and lifting one heel. Maybe you even lift the knee, sort of the beginning of eagle pose in yoga. And then let your heel come down. Cross your arms, hands on your shoulders. Take a deep breath and sigh it out as you let your arms go. Swing your arms forward and back. Let your knees bend. You're gonna give yourself a big hug again. So open up your arms, and this time the other arm is on top for your big hug. I have to remember which one it was. Bring your chin into your chest. Just rock a little gentle hug. And breathing. And then if it feels good to you, you could stay here. Or if you like, you can extend your arms, bend your elbows, and again, you're bringing your underhand to the palm of your higher hand. And this is eagle arms. Again, it's quite a stretch on the back of your body. You can keep your hands on your chest. Still that stretch on the back of the body. Or practice meet you where you'd like it to, where you need it to, where it's helpful. And then maybe you shift your weight to the other leg and you lift your heel. Then you're kind of on this evolution of an eagle pose that we find in yoga just for funsies. You could lift your heel, maybe lift your toes off of the ground to play with balancing, which can be interesting. And then let your foot come down if it's lifted. Give your hands back to your shoulders. Take a deep breath. Sigh it out as you release. Swing your arms again. Play more with our arms, with our hands. Patting your shoulder. Pat from your shoulder down your arm to your wrist, and flip coming up the other side. We'll do it again. When you think about our heart, all of the phrases that we use to describe, even thinking of things like inner fire, so fire in general, but when something's heavy on your heart or your heart feels light as a feather, all of these descriptive ways that we express how we feel. Lift your arm and pat from your armpit down to your hip and back up. 2 or 3 times. We're gonna inside. So that's helping to relax the meridians that are associated with your fire element. Now let your arm come down, shake it out. We're gonna wait before we do the other side. Step, if you did that arm, step the opposite foot forward, and you're just gonna toss a ball. Toss the ball. Keep your palm facing up. See if it can be sort of gentle as you toss the ball. And then maybe you decide that you want to toss it and catch it, twisting your arm and toss it and you catch it. And you can feel this maybe coming all the way down the side of your body, also into your hip and your back leg. And then if it feels okay, do a few big circles in one direction, 2, 3 times. Big or small. Other direction, big or small. And you've completed your circles. Shake your arm out vigorously and let your arms rest at your sides, finding a Qigong stance. Your feet a comfortable distance. You're finding a soft bend in your knees, a sinking of your hips. Notice the difference between the sides, just how all of that movement encourages the flow of energy. And I love the experience, how illustrative it is. It's like, even if I can't imagine channels of energy moving through the body, I can feel whatever just happened in that arm. Take a deep breath and let it go. And we'll do the other side. You're gonna pat your arm, bring your shoulder down to your wrist and back up. Smiling. Smiles are helpful as well. Your heart, your joy, your purpose. It doesn't have to be like to be rich and famous and, or to solve all the world's problems. It doesn't have to be any of those things. Just feeling kind of a sense of peace in your day-to-day life, like you enjoy whatever it is that you do. Lift your arm from your armpit down to your hip. Does that mean, oh, I'm always happy? Absolutely not. That would be unrealistic. It's just kind of shifting your life to take pressure off of your heart and to find that joy, kind of shining a light into that joy and relaxing your pericardium, your heart protector. There we go. We're gonna make some toss the ball movements. You can step the other foot forward and you're tossing. Keep your palm facing up to start. Just kind of feeling that movement. We close our hearts off when we feel threatened by all sorts of things. And it's interesting, we can feel it happening. The other day I was taking my mom to the doctor, and in the doctor's office there was this person who came in and they had a really offensive t-shirt on. It said something that just, to me, I felt it immediately in my heart. It went and closed up. And then I thought to myself, now wait a minute, I noticed that happening and I said, this person's trying to protect themselves. And so I consciously decided to try to open my heart, to release that anxiety, to release that protective instinct, because that person wasn't going to hurt me. They were just feeling how they did about life. Toss the ball and then catch it. And that made a difference in how I felt. When I noticed how I was closing off, I started to breathe and just become aware. And I said, it's okay. And sending love to that person. because maybe that'll help them too. If I can just be kind and more open, because you can feel the energy of other people around you. You can feel it close, you can feel it open. And that's our heart. That's that electromagnetic field of our heart. Wow. Amazing. Doesn't do us any good to get offended. Or make big circles with your fingers, your arm. And we can all relate to that, I'm sure, on some level. Some kind of situation where it's, you can feel your heart close off and you're like, oh man. And you open it back up by relaxing it. Go the other direction with your big circles. Big circles. And then shake out your arms, shake out your feet, and find that Qigong stance again. See if your toes can spread and they sink into the earth, finding a softness in your hips and in your knees. And so there's this softness that happens, but your spine is still nice and upright, and it's the natural curve of your spine is being encouraged through that relaxation, finding softness in your structure. Take a deep breath and let it go. I'm going to do clearing the chi. So little baby, bring down the heavens, making little circles. And see if your breath wants to come along with you. And if you can notice and just breathe into tightness in your chest. Letting it relax on your exhalation. Let your tongue relax, your jaw relax, our hands express our heart, as does our tongue. There's this connection in the fascia. I mean, everything's connected, but from kind of the fascia on your tongue going all the way down towards that fascia surrounding your heart, that pericardium, align connective tissue. Kind of balance a little bit. Bring your hands first to your dantian. Played a little bit with balance, maybe during our eagle moment. Bring your feet to hip width distance. Let one hand press out to the side, the other hand comes to center. Shift your weight and touch out with your toe, the opposite foot. Coming back to center, shift your weight. And as you're moving, see if you can maintain a tall spine. If you can feel your large muscles surrounding your hip engaged, working with balance very gently, very slowly. The slower we go, the more we stimulate our internal force, that internal energy that strengthens and fortifies us, that kind of flows through the triple burner. So encouraging the flow of energy from what we take in to how we digest it to the final processing and letting go. Moving as though through water, gentle resistance. We're going to play with this movement. If it feels good, the next time your arms come out, reach your hands, face that direction and touch your toe. a little behind you. Bring your foot back, coming back to center, and your hands drift to the other side. Sailing eastward. You start to get a bit more of a stretch through your side, from your fingertips down to your toes, still moving slowly as though through water, stimulating your internal force. Eastward is the direction of your purpose. It's the idea, not the actual direction. I don't know, maybe you really need to travel east because you've never been to Rhode Island. Coming back to center. Hands to your dantian. Take a deep breath and let it go. And do one more balancing exercise with loose fists at your sides. Tall spine. Shift your weight to one side. Touch out with the opposite toe and punch with the fist. Coming back to center, shift, touch and punch. Nice and slow. And again, notice you can move as though through gentle resistance, strengthening your inner force. Can you be more gentle with your fingers so they don't dig into your hands? And if you like, you could even lift the foot and kick. Coming back to center, that kind of creates a little bit more of a challenge, but doing it slowly. Maybe once more on each side, taking your time, punch and touch with your toe or kick. And we topple. It's okay. Back to center. Hands to your dantian. Let your belly relax. Take a deep breath and let it go. Make some circles with your hands on your belly. That middle dantian, that middle burner, encouraging digestion, the digestive process. And it's not just about food. Thoughts, ideas, situations, releasing tension. And bring your hands back to center. Take a deep breath and sigh it out. I'm gonna come down to the ground. If you're coming to a chair, you can come to the chair and we'll do some different movements from there as well. And on the ground, this is where I want to do a chest opener to help to expand through the front of your chest. It is also going to assist with your posture in general. Even I feel like I have pretty good posture when seated, but I slouch, all things happen. So there's a few different ways you can do this. If you have a bolster, you might have a bolster that you're going to be able to sit in front of and then lie back on. This is essentially what's going to happen. This can be a little much for many of us. It could be too much. It's also important to make sure that if you have a bolster, or if you, in general, as you're making this happen, that you have a little extra support under the back of your head so that your chin comes a little lower, that it's not pointing up, which is what happens if I don't have support there. My chin points up. I want support under the back of my head so that my back of my neck is long and my chin's sort of low. Coming out is rolling to your side, chin to chest. Now, if you don't have a bolster, that's fine. I'm going to take my blanket, as I started to do, and I'm going to tri-fold it. I'm going to tri-fold my blanket like an accordion fold. And then I can take the edge of my blanket and roll it under for a pillow for my head. So that's how I always do it in the in-person classes because we don't have bolsters and things. I'm going to show you another way that you could do it too. This might work just fine. You want your sacrum away from the blanket, and then you let your spine relax, and oh, that feels really nice. For me, that's better than the bolster because I can relax a little more. You want your shoulders to be off of the height of the bolster. And as far as your legs go, you could have your feet on the ground, knees falling in towards each other. You could extend your legs long if that feels nice to you. Maybe lifting your hips, pressing your buttocks away from your low back as you do it. That can be a nice way to keep your low back from being pinchy. Another thing, and we didn't do too much with our hips, but if you would like, you could bring even your feet together and your knees can fall out to the side. So that's, I like to have blocks under my hips if I do that. So you're kind of finding your own way of this little chest opener. And we're going to do some arm circles from here. They're going to be from prayer posture. So this is what we're going to do also seated in the chair. The way it looks lying down is prayer posture, and your arms come up above you and then open back up and come down to prayer posture. So depending upon the constrictions around you, bringing your palms together, reaching them up behind you. And if you need to come out of this at all, roll to your side, please, and slowly come up with your chin tucked. Which is what I'm going to do as I come to the chair. And we're going to be doing those same kinds of movements with the chair, just gentle too, just coming up and out. Beautiful. On the ground, just maybe one more. And then let your arms rest at your sides or hands rest on your belly, whichever feels better to you. And here in the chair, also just letting your hands rest on your belly and breathing into your hand. Having the support under your back body is opening your chest. It's helping you to open your chest, and so it's very passive. There's nothing you have to do. The more you relax and release, the more the opening occurs. And this is a nice posture for counteracting our seated posture and of relaxing your chest and that space around your heart. I highly recommend it. It stretches your diaphragm as well, and of course is good for your psoas too. I'm going to have you slowly roll to your side. Scooch the blanket out from underneath of you and roll back to your back. Take your time doing this. When you get back to your back, you can bring your knees into your chest. We're going to have a little bit of a twist as well. So the back of your head might be supported by a blanket, by a low blanket, but you want your spine to be on the ground. And you can bring your knees in towards your chest, and you might let both knees fall to one side. In the chair, finding a twist to one side, a gentle twist. There's nothing to force, just letting your spine lift and lengthen as you inhale, and as you exhale, you can kind of allow that twist to gently happen. On the ground, I like to have sometimes a support under my knees. So I might bring my block under my knees. You have your knees falling in one direction. Your arms may be out to a T, or maybe your hands are on your body, whatever you like. Right? Breathing. We're going to come through center into the other side, letting your knees come in maybe towards your chest and they fall to the other side. Maybe you have blocks to support them. Sometimes I'll have a long line of 2 blocks stacked, and you can use that even when I don't cue it. Any twist is good for you. In the chair, going the opposite direction. Seeing if in your twist, your upper back can relax a little bit more towards the earth. To center, making any additional movements that will help you to complete your practice. And maybe bringing your knees in. I like to bring my knees in after I've done those spinal stretches, and bring my nose to my knees. In the chair, you might roll forward over your legs and then come back up and get yourself comfortable lying down. You might have some support under your knees if your legs are outstretched. Sometimes I love it when I see people use their blocks in that way. Having blocks under their knees can sometimes be extra support, or a bolster, or a rolled up blanket. And if you have glasses on, removing them, placing them off to the side. Letting your hands rest on your body, or maybe if you're seated in the chair, they're in your lap, on the ground. You could feel your breath underneath of them or have your palms facing up with your arms at your sides. Smiling into your hearts. If staying and resting is an option for you, please do. Just letting everything balance throughout your body. If it's time to transition, make small movements with your fingers and toes, your wrists and ankles. Maybe give yourself a full body stretch. And slowly roll to your side. And take your time coming up to seat. And the seat rocking from side to side and front to back. And bring a hand to your heart and a hand to your belly. And feel the earth beneath you. And the gentle pressure of your hands on your body. And feel your breath. Find a smile. And offer yourself kindness, compassion, peace, and love. Namaste, friends. I thank you so much for your practice today. It's just an honor to get to be with you, to move and to breathe and to function as optimally as we can.